Hi, Leanna from Murlo. Welcome back to our channel. We're going to continue on today with the lace Raglan alpaca sweater. By this point, you've got the body done and you've got the sleeves done. So now it's time to put everything together, and then we can start on the Raglan yoke of the sweater. This is where you really have to be mindful that as you're decreasing stitches, it's going to impact your lace repeat. If you're at a section where you're going to end with the yarn forward, leave that out. You just want to make sure that you're eliminating that one stitch and not more than that. So you're going to be fudging it a little bit, but because it's right at the raglan area, it's not going to be detectable. So don't worry about that part. So the other part is make sure you set aside those reserve stitches that will go in the underarm area of the sweater. Let's get started on this.
When it comes time to do the calculations for the yoke, we're going to start at the neck. You're going to take the measurement of your neck, multiply it by 2, multiply it by your stitch gauge. For myself, it's 7.5 inches across, so that's 15 inches, times my stitch gauge of 5.285. I'm going to get 79.275. If I change that to be 79, minus the 2 divide by 7 works. So I want 79 stitches at my neckline. The next number you're going to need is how many stitches do you have in your body, plus the sleeves after you have reserved the stitches for the underarm. The difference between the two is going to be the number of stitches that you need to decrease. You're only going to be decreasing on the front, and then you're going to turn your work and knit on your way back. Decreases will be done on either side of the markers that have been placed between the body and the sleeve. So there's going to be a decrease, 1, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and the same on the other side. We're decreasing 8 stitches. So once you have the difference between the total number of stitches from the sleeves and the body minus the reserve stitches for the underarm, the difference between that and what you want at the neck, divide by 8. That's going to tell you how many decrease rounds that you are going to do. For myself, I know I'm doing 32 decrease rounds. Because I'm knitting on the way back from the back side, I'm doing 64 stitches between where I've joined everything to where I'm going to get my neckline. Those 64 rows that I'm doing divided by 6.125, which is my row gauge, gives me 11.313, which is going to be the distance along that line. Now, because the raglan runs this direction, it's almost like you have a right triangle. So we can do a check to see, are your decrease rounds to get to the stitch count you want at your neck going to work out? When we went to school, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that would be this diagonal line. My G measurement was 8. So I'm going to take this as 8 and this as 8. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 64 is 128. The square root of 128 is going to come out to about 11.4. So 11.3 versus 11.4 is pretty close, so I know that the decreases I'm doing are going to work out.